Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin, a friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arrête. The last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
But no, and I'm glad to meet a new friend.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off. How did you end up imprisoned in Malachov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Gothenburg, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of events?
Oh, misère. It is clear you have never been to war.
You're quite mistaken, Monsieur Baron. I have.
Ah, je suis désolé. This Bohemia is a strange land. I have seen farmhands, children, and even women fighting. But the clergy? Sainte Mère, do tell me about it. No doubt you fought on the side of truth and honor.
The last time was at Nabokov, and I'd be happy not to have to repeat it.
Ah, indeed. I have heard it was a very unequal fight.
That's a fact. No one was expecting von Bergo to turn up with that diabolical invention.
Diabolical, perhaps, but in my opinion, it shall be the future of warfare. Perhaps one day the generals will sit back drinking wine, while such devices shall wage war for them.
Do you reckon the defense of Kuttenberg would have gone better if you had them? You say you're a poet? How about a verse or two to amuse us?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but the fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement? I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here would understand me.
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope?
Yes. Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
How come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say. Incognito. My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There, everyone knows my name. Here in Bohemia, I'm still building my reputation, slowly, but surely.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Later would one expect a priest here, and yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Gutenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare? when you are frowning so.
Are you looking for friends among us?
Let us say rather that we have chosen a side. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a coiner? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good start.
Henry's done a few things I'd like to give him a slap or two for. But like they say, to err is human. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Scouts. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, but instead, he's roiling the world, risking his neck at every turn.
What's going on, chat? I hope you guys are having a good day.
From Scarlet's?
Aye, that's right.
If you guys do
Did
stick
you know
around,
anyone there?
I knew of someone.
if you guys do stick around, I would like to kindly ask you to consider liking and subscribing. It really does help the channel out. It lets YouTube know that you're at least partially entertained with my gaming shenanigans.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry and raised him as his own on the orders of the Lord of Scallops, Sir Radzik Copula, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Manses.
The boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Good health.
L'chaim.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary. And here, too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess. Are we seriously gonna wait? Cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive him out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
It's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings.
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
If Sigismund decides to mount an attack on the camp, it'll be a massacre.
But it won't. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves, but he won't engage in equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Wojciech of Kunstadt, Haman Alda, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of yours.
I'll get on it then. Wish me luck.
I wish us both luck. Before the day is over, the die will be cast.
Success to our plans. God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that. But what do you want my money for?
Margrave Jobst's plan has some gaps, my lady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
You hit the nail on the head again, Mom. You're well informed.
I am rarely mistaken.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crew.
Not only for people, but also for good food and money. And beneficial deals.
Then you're in the right place. This occasion provides all of those things.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination, and I have yet to hear any interesting offers. So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more. I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you on two fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something which is getting to the wrong hand.
Who's that?
Harmon Alva. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
All right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Alva will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead. But watch yourself. Odorin's groom has eyes everywhere.
I tell you, nobody has been nice to me.
Not even Bochek?
Not even one.
I'd like to check your horses out. See if they're as good as you say.
Ha, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, we have a new guest. I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more.
I want to have a word with Olga.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I apologize.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush Michael.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
How dare you?
You're as shit a father as I am a son. We've got nothing to blame each other for. And now let me speak to Olga.
Dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll sort things out peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence.
No, I haven't yet.
I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second, as he desires, and then...
I'm a poor
Out of the
YouTuber.
question. This uncouth lout needs a lesson. and he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame, as always. Suit yourself then. We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard. Might be. They don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
Oh, I don't know. I've got like
After you.
60 hours
Well,
into this
that's
playthrough.
that. Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher would sort it out.
Maybe like
See?
65. Something
Then
to that
good for
effect.
us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Yeah.
I don't know which end of that thing is up. With your whole arm, not just your wrist.
Enough. That will do.
Oh, no kidding? Oh, that's kind of crazy. Didn't know that.
My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that?
Yeah,
I've
I've got Master Strike. I'm not using Henry right now. I'm using the Priest. I don't know if the Priest.
I was in a war.
Yeah, I've got Master
Right
Strike.
after they kicked me out of the
I'm not really good with the long sword. I play with a short sword and I use a shield. So it's a little difficult for me to get the strikes correct with the long sword.
I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So father would be satisfied.
I need to practice eventually with the long sword. I'm gonna try. I mean, especially
I thought it was the way he
I,
was because his
I
father
have
let him down.
I have another
And he hoped at
subscriber
least his second would
who
become something.
showed me how to get this sword of Sir Valentine, and I also have what's called a Thunderstone as well. Oh yeah, I'm in Kutenberg. I'm up in the Kutenberg. I have the DLC Legacy of the Forge and Brushes with Death. I mean, I picked up all three of the DLCs, and hey, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that, man.
Not at all. I remember him the same since I was
Oh yeah,
when I was
I
6
have
years old.
the
I fell
blacksmithing
off a
house
horse
is
and broke my leg.
completely
He wouldn't
upgraded
talk to
now.
me for a week because I'd let him down.
Once I
First
get
time you
back
took
over
me
there,
hunting.
I'll run over there to show
He let
you.
me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck
Also,
up everything
just so
I
you
could.
know, I do have videos uploaded in 4K and 16:9 aspect ratio, so they'll take up your whole TV screen
And that's
or your whole
why
phone
you
screen
want to
too.
talk to Alder.
I mainly do this to interact with people and to try to bring new people onto the channel.
I've got to get him on our side and to cooperate with us.
Aren't we all on the same side?
Maybe everyone's saying that. But it's time to put it into action.
After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me and tell me what it's all about.
All right, then. You've heard Job's plan, right? It's a nice
I've
idea.
been having a lot of
We
fun
can't
with it,
wait around
and
without
I've
an
been
army
playing
to
this
back us
for
up.
almost
Only no
a
one's
month
going
now.
to
I've
pay
been
for
playing
one,
this
because
straight,
that would be an
just
outright
about.
admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees,
Just
I'll
you two.
follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
I'll clip stuff to save and I can't do any clipping when I'm using YouTube. I'm sorry, when I'm using Twitch. Yeah, I'm gonna eventually get to that point. I want to. It's just I've heard about how the difficulty with it, and I'm not familiar enough with everything to maybe after one more playthrough. I also do play Cyberpunk, and I have started a hardcore playthrough on that, like the hardest mode on. Where is this guy upstairs? And that's been a real pain in the ass. But I mean, I'm gonna get through it. I beat the Don't Fear the Reaper ending. That was a trip. Where is this dude? Is he upstairs? Oh yeah, I've played it. Oh yeah, I've played through it already. Yeah, I wanted to see that. That was something, man. Like that game definitely will leave a mark on you. In the end, though, I betrayed Songbird. I gave her back in the end. Well, in the beginning, so I found out in the beginning you can. Where the hell is? Where is this dude, man? I have no idea. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find who I'm looking for.
That's exactly why we mustn't push too hard. The idea of saying traditions and users, and without one.
It's saying he's upstairs, but I can't find him. Is he? I legitimately have no idea. The arrow is not. Okay, so he's got to be. How do I get up front? How do I get closer to the front of this thing? Yeah, that Chimera in Cyberpunk for the DLC was a fucking crazy fight. I think I would rather have dealt with Adam Smasher 2 times over. I really. For the love of God, where? Stairs. That's okay. Come on, where? Pardon. I need I need to get by real quick, my friend. Maybe that's the way it works.
Even though Yost is right, I'm in favour of decisive action. We can no longer...
Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Oh, you go. For real.
Sir, I don't believe I've had the honor.
Nor I until now. I am Sir Conrad, Lord of Vesta, and you are the heir to the Lord of Rabosh, are you not?
Used to be. My father somewhat disowned me some time ago.
And I used to be the Royal Mint Master, until the King decided to replace me.
Are you going to support the proposal?
I haven't quite decided yet. It's true that displeasure against the King is noticeably growing in Kuttenberg, but if our rebellion were to come face to face with Sigismund's army, I'd be risking my future, if not my life.
Do you think you might get your position as Mint Master back again?
I doubt it. Half the town hates Favak, but no one would even think of saying a word against him. And he knows that his security stands and falls with his function, so he clings to it tooth and nail.
We've got quite a bit in common, wouldn't you say?
More than you think. If my memory doesn't deceive me, you serve as a parish priest. So I recollect, at least, from my recent discussions with Martin.
Served. That's in the past.
Even so. Before King Wenceslas appointed me his mint master, I was a priest. I was even being groomed to become a bishop.
And now look at us. We have cast off our robes and merrily hatched plots against Sigismund.
There's no point in waiting for divine intervention. On the contrary, the current state of affairs demands quite a secular approach.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
No bloody idea. Get support from Washington. I mean, should I just jump out of the window? Because at this point, I think I should just jump out of the window.
Greetings to you, friend.
I literally cannot find who I'm looking for.
What brings you here?
Oh.
You'd better go before people start.
It's a third woman's hand. Don't you start too. And I suppose that's fine.
Been walking around for like 10 minutes trying to find someone. I don't understand where this dude is at. I'm just gonna look at everybody at this point. You gotta be shitting me.
Sir Bochek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Yost comes up with a plan as full of holes as a Betty's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men at arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men at arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
How can I persuade you?
I need guarantees of security. I don't want to end up like Rutan.
Of course. Once it comes to protecting property, ideals go out the window.
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to piss in yourself. If you were in my position, you'd think differently. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund.
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
I believe Liechtenstein is single.
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yitka could end up being a pawn to blackmail both of us.
How about young Lord Cable?
He's a youngster still.
What's wrong with him? He's young, he's handsome, women are fighting him. Yitka will like him, and he'll get her a whole bunch of children.
And to half the wenches in his domain too, eh? On the other hand, the lords of Nyma have a good reputation, and Hamish can always be relied on despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
So, will you support our plan?
You're selling the skin of a boar that's still grunting. First, I want a confirmation that the wedding will take place as soon as possible.
And what if Lord Capon refuses?
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Royal wedding.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
That's gonna be fun.
God bless.
I just need to get something from the shed. You know what? Take this here. And you saw nothing. Right?
And what's there to see?
Not a sausage. Those papers from Aldo for you.
Quiet! You don't have to announce it to everyone.
I know, right?
Lady, with all the clamour going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for help.
You're welcome. And now your part, Thor.
As agreed, I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will.
Yes, quite. But let's drink to our bargain, Godwin.
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady? To your health, Lady Anna.
And to the success of our efforts.
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
I've gained us a powerful ally.
And who is it? I hope it's not one of those Kuttenberg stuffed guts.
On the contrary, it's Bocek, the Elder of Kunstadt and Podjebrad.
Kunstadt? By Christ, he's the last one I'd have expected to step up. How the hell did you do it?
Well, there's one little catch. I had to promise him. I don't even know how to begin.
Out with it.
Lord Kunstadt has a niece, so I arranged betrothal for young Lord Capen, with your blessing if you agree.
Hans Capon is to marry Yitka Kunstadt. Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rate parish.
Or you could make me the Abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. And let's drink to it, shall we?
Cheers!
Cheers to you! And to your parlaying skills!
Another royal wedding, but this one's much bigger. That's what I'm looking forward to. Nice. Sit down somewhere. You got it. Downstairs.
So, Bocek, your niece Yitka can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed, without reservations.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstadt.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yitka and the unhappy Lord King.
Here's to a good bargain.
I'm still hoping it works out. You walk out of here with a clear plan.
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what news do you bring us?
I bring nothing from the House of Odin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bocek of Kunstadt will support our cause.
Both of them. Good heavens, what did you promise?
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink. So if you'll excuse me, my lords.
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the property of all his subjects, not only the Christians. Our community and not only ours. They'll give you coin.
The Gutenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslaus. We stand with Lord Rupert. And if that's not enough, the houses of Leiber and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yivka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
He's getting married.
Lords Kunstadt, Anush, Radzik, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
Hey, finally back in Henry.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismayed unions? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylanders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last caution. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants. Chicken shits. Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
I apologize, sire. I'll do everything in my power to...
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore place the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Margaret, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly, we have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you are harsh, rightfully so. These councils, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. It's true. Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had to use him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were in the firm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks have it here. We have concerns. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied on. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a relief. If our... Still alive, he would have been astonished by the rest of the few years of nonsense politics. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought in tonight, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill. What side are they lost?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished the throne that he has no use for anyone. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'll have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Yours does everything plan to sow chaos so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red.
I think Jobs is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I have to conquer a few more cities and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a bottleneck, then Hungary is a finder's land.
We will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wilds, Peter. To your health. And to your health too. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You were too magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, Your Majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it.
Can I go?
While the consul was meeting, Otto Berghoff and his men set out for Rabosh. Alderaan won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got knowledge.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of it.
White it is. Quickly! If Rabosh falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff with a contraption will find its use again.
We could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for the candidates. Not so fast.
It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
To bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
To victory, sire.
To today's and those of the future.
Sure you don't want to wreck it.
What? Oh, shit. Oh, it's fun.
But you're right about it.
Fucking shit, please.
Agreement. But it's going to take time to raise an army.
This is horrible.
You're in need of something, my wild friend.
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. As they say, all's well that ends well. So, to brighter tomorrows. Touching. Come now. What's become of your poetic soul?
I never had one.
Truly? Not even a little?
Well, maybe once. The older I get, the worse it is. Give me a few more years and I'll become a professional mourner.
See how? I'll gladly drink to that with you. Only there's nothing to drink. We've run dry.
Fuck. I've got a tongue like a slice of weak old bread after all that gammon.
Well, get something wet for us then.
His lordship is so unsteady on his legs, he can't make it as far as the king.
To hell with a keg slop. Your father surely has something better stored away. I had my eye on him all evening. He had pictures brought from somewhere for himself and his closest friends, and left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs. Try and find one of those pictures of us, eh? I'm sure you can manage that.
You can better it. I've got a nose for those.
I don't doubt it. Get sniffing quick.
They got by without a
Everybody likes a drop of white.
Now there's a piece of horse flesh for you, Rudern. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you beat it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right up front of your fortress.
That's Peter of Pisa. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to this celebration, you fox.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
Oh shit. That's not good. Wow. Alright, I need to go hit the head. I will be right back. Be back.